Hello and welcome to Kung Fu Cabinet episode 14. I'm your host, Kung Fu. In this episode, we'll review Tai Chi Master, aka Taiji Zhang Sanfeng, or Twin Warriors. Directed by Yuen Woo-ping, also known as Yuen Woo-ping, and starring Jet Li, Michelle Yeoh, and Chin Sao-ho, with fight instructors Yuen Woo-ping and Yun Chung Yan, who also stars as Ling, the movie's Taoist priest. Okay, Kung Fu fans, today is your lucky Kung Fu day. Today we're going to the Kung Fu future to go to the Kung Fu past. 1993's silver screen explosion of Tai Chi Master. So here's what you need to know before you Kung Fu know. Jet Li stars as Junbo, who, for this imaginative Kung Fu story, is portraying Zhang Sanfeng, legendary Taoist and founder of Taiji Quan, internal martial arts or Tai Chi. So basically, this is the Kung Fu story of Zhang Sanfeng's Kung Fu younger years and how and why he came to be the Tai Chi Master. So tell Mom to shake the Jiffy Pop, throw some ice in the Tang. Let's get this going. Junbo, played by Jet Li, and Tinbo, played by Chin Sao-ho, become best childhood buddies while living in a Shaolin temple. Junbo is clear and level-headed and slow to anger, while Tinbo is hot-headed and disobedient. Years pass and their friendship grows until one day Tinbo gets double-crossed in a fight for promotion competition and loses his temper and almost kills a fellow student. Junbo comes to his friend's aid. The two get kicked out of the temple, flounder around for a while, run into some rebels, come on scene Michelle Yeoh, make some new friends and some new enemies, and discover a new world outside the temple. But soon this new world begins to come between the two friends, and Tinbo ends up joining the corrupt Imperial Army. So now we have the rebels and Junbo being hunted by the army. Junbo's in the dumps because his one and only best friend has gone to the dark side, and it seems no one can save them. Let's check this out.
Raised in a temple where legends are born, two brothers became masters in the art of Shaolin. Both were destined to be leaders of men. One will be blinded by his quest for power. Together, we'll launch a crusade for justice. Now, the hope of a nation will lie with the only man who has the courage to lead its people to freedom. From the martial arts director of the Matrix trilogy comes an epic adventure like no other. Jet Li, Michelle Yeoh, Tai Chi Master.
Big Kung Fu, yeah. Did you see that? Director Yuen Woo-ping packs the Kung Fu Pow. The sets and costumes are Kung Fu classic old school style, even though this isn't an old school beef bowl. This movie has it all. Kung Fu killer camera work is top-notch and inventive, and the production for most scenes doesn't disappoint. Kung Fu cool ancient temple and town scenes. Enormous army and battle scenes. I mean, we're talking Kung Fu magic going on in every Kung Fu frame. I mean, this is classic Kung Fu feel and a classic story ending with classic old school Kung Fu movie Revenge and Sweet Justice. And how do we like Revenge and Justice served here in the Kung Fu cabinet? Kung Fu style. Director Yuen Woo-ping and his brother Yuen Chun-yang combined Kung Fu magic talent, putting all the fight scenes together as well as the Kung Fu wire work, one of Woo-ping's trademark, cleverly Kung Fu nicknamed Wire Fu. Kung Fu fighting mixed with a whole lot of wires and cables. Kung Fu, yeah. Although the movie and backstory involve Tai Chi, you actually won't see much Tai Chi displayed. But it's a great action Kung Fu movie anyway. Kung Fu, yeah. Jet Li and Michelle Yeoh are like rice and honey. Good. Kung Fu, yeah. The rare on-set combo sure pays off. The two of them become key components in Jet Li's character's realization and eventual creation of Tai Chi. Kung Fu, yeah. Jet Li is like a blooming lotus flower. As the movie progresses, you get to see Jet Li as Junbo sprout from innocent orphan boy learning the martial arts to a young man full of curiosity for this new world to ultimate nirvana elemental evil defeating Tai Chi master. Jet Li, of course, brings his smooth-as-mother soy sauce martial arts skills to an already meaty rib bone of a story. Actor Chin Siu-ho plays Timbo, who you can tell right from the start is full of kung fu piss and vinegar. But again, acting and martial arts skills are on par, and the combo 1-2 is Jet and Chin Siu-ho teaming up in a lot of fast-action kung fu packed scenes, ultimately leading to the devastating fight scenes between the once good friends. Michelle Yeoh comes on scene like the Kung Fu God's fire-blazing hook sword, smashing and destroying everything. Michelle playing Kyuso, or Falling Snow, is the beautiful mix of sweet and sour. In a good way, though. She becomes one of Junbo's most favored friends and brings her years of martial arts and acting talent just in time to ease the tension created by the dissolving friendship between Junbo and Tinbo. No time for a love interest in this flick, and no sign of the Kung Fu Cabinet's favorite Kung Fu movie character, the slutty two-timing can't trust them as far as you could throw them, Kung Fu movie villain woman. Kung Fu, yeah. And did I say this was a Kung Fu movie? I sure did. With Kung Fu fights galore like the Temple Staff fight and the all-out basher in the cafe. Any level of Kung Fu fan is going to appreciate these kicks. This Kung Fu movie has action, drama, slapstick comedy, and all-around Kung Fu fun, which I like to call Kung Fun. Catch director Yuen Woo-ping's other flying death punch movies like Kung Fu Hustle, The One-Armed Swordsman, Shaolin Drunkard, the Charlie's Angels remixes, and the highly appreciated The Matrix Reloaded and Revolutions. And Master Jet Li, see him in Martial Arts of Shaolin, Lethal Weapon 4, Romeo Must Die, Fearless, and the Once Upon a Time in China movies. Kung Fu, yeah. Check out Chin Si-ho in Legend of the Fox, Mr. Vampire, Fist of Legend, and Two Champions of Shaolin. Let's not forget the amazingly talented Michelle Yeoh. Catch her in Yes Madam, Police Story 3, the awesome 007 Pierce Brosnan James Bond movie Tomorrow Never Dies, Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon, Memoirs of a Geisha, Fearless, and the list goes on and on. Kung Fu Yeah. This movie reminds me of Gone with the Wind meets Charlie Sheen in Major League. Kung Fu Yeah. This Kung Fu classic runs 93 minutes, and I consider it a Kung Fu movie for the advanced beginner Kung Fu movie fan. On Kung Fu's scale of Kung Fu, I give it an 8. A 1 is not even a Fu, and a 10 is a Kung Fu pal. That's it for this episode of Kung Fu Cabinet. Keep an eye out for more episodes, and we'll see you in the Kung Fu Cabinet. Thank you.